Hey guys, welcome back to the lecture. This is the most interesting lecture of this course where we will be submitting our first patch to the open source. So every one of you will be an open source contributor from now on. You can have this in your resume or you can have this in your LinkedIn profiles. So let's get started. The tools we need are Git and Vim. So we need to install the Git and Vim as an editor. So here I already installed it for my use case, but I'll show you the command. So just install git and vim. You can install both of them in the single command. So for me it will show that it has already been installed, but for you guys it will install. And then configure the git for your username and give your email IDs there. Also configure vim. As of now I have already configured it. I will share these files as well with you. So these are my email ID and my username. The default editor will be vim. Also have set up SMTP port for the git to use my Google account. And make sure that you go to your Google account and enable the uh, uh, permission for the less safe app, because Google recognizes this as a less safe app, so that you have to go and give your permissions here. You can check in, I mean you can Google it. You'll find it, a lot of tutorials how to enable the third party applications in Google. And then the next edit settings are vim configuration. have I have configured my vim, and I'll share both of these files with you. So or else you can just copy paste whatever their contents are there in the PDF, and just replace your email address and make sure that everything is proper. And then we'll download the Linux source. I have done it already, it's here with me. Have the updated source. I'll just do git pull. Git pull pulls the repository with the latest update. See, I get the message that it's already up to date. So you, for the first time users, you just clone it. If you have already cloned the source, just do the git pull so that you are in sync with the open source. And then now comes the interesting part. How? So there might be a case where you are writing your own drivers or you are supporting your own devices which are designed by your team or individual. But if you want to collaborate with the open source guys and want to contribute to their part of work, in that case there is something called a staging area, where all the updates which will be put into the main repository will be placed. The code which will be part of main repository will be placed in the staging folder. So you can go to the staging folder and check. See, all these drivers, they are currently under development, which will be merged into, or which will be brought into the main drivers folder. And so if you find for a file called to do, here they would have a text file called to do. If you open one of those files, the team or the maintainer of this driver would have mentioned what all things are pending or what all have to be done. Here he wants this driver to be merged into, taken out from staging and put it under wireless, because if they are doing so, then this driver has been completely developed, so it's ready to go into the main directory. And then clean up some naming conventions. So there will be a lot of to do items. You can select randomly one of those, and here he needs to fix the warnings from the check patch stuff. You can go through each of the to do, and whichever you seem interesting and whichever you seem feasible, you can do it. Or else the other way to do is to run the Okay, to run the check patch, there is a script called check patch, which is mainly used to check the patch, but you can check the file by giving -f command. So point it to the staging area. In all that, this means in all the directories, this wildcard will search in all the directories and all the files. So it will give you an error and warning messages. Oh, it just checked for Android, because once in Android, if you go, there are different folders inside Android, so it stopped there. It's fine. So it gave you an error, or else you can point it to a respective directory. I'll show you how to do it. You can just run script check patch -f drivers staging, and you can select a particular folder and do check on that. So in this file everything is fine, or if you can go there, select visor input. Yeah, basically you can go inside the folder and do it, but I'll just run the staging code. I just did this. Cool, zero warning and nothing has been done. Okay, so we'll find out. Yep, so you run the script check patch -f drivers staging and star. Oh, there is an error, or there is a warning. What does this warning mean? Is struct file operation should normally be constant. Okay, so the file operations here, it's not declared as constant, so the check patch has found that this has an error, so it is asking to fix it. So usually you can ignore the warnings and try to fix the errors, but if you don't find any errors, and if you want to get started with the development or get started with the open source contribution, you can select one of these warnings and try to fix it. But make sure that this check patch is just one of the norms, but it's not a hard and fast rule that check patch will find the proper error. It's just the naming convention, or just the convention used by the team. So select this file, and the error is in line number 370. Go here, make it as const, and try running the same command. So the changes has to be gone. Yay, it's gone now, no warnings. So then once you have fixed that, you can find the changes made by you in git status. If you do git status, it says that there it will come with a red in color. It says that there has been a modified file. So if you do git diff on this file, it shows that this has been removed by minus and this line has been added. So basically the difference between these two lines is addition of const keyword. So once this is done, what you can do now is git add that file, git status, this has been done. So this is under staging area. Now you have to unstaged, it is unstaged, you have to put it to staging area. So git add, now do the git status, see the color has been changed, so now it has been added to the staging area and it is ready to be committed. So then we have a keyword called git commit. All these comments are, you can see it in the PDFs which I have attached. Please go through the PDFs clearly and perform it. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me or drop a message. git commit -s -v. If you do it, you'll get that signed off by my name, and -v shows you what all changes have been done. So you can re-verify it, and the commit messages has to be clean. So I mean, it helps in debugging as well. If some code breaks, you can go to the place where the code has been broke. So please give some considerable and reasonable commit messages. If you don't know how to give one, just we know that we have modified this file, so you just do git log on that file, on that particular file, git log on that file. You can see many commit messages. If you just need the commit messages, you can use this command, pretty one line with this. So try to maintain this format. Let's copy one of those format and put it here. So what did we do? We declared file operation with const keyword. Just name the commit, and you can give the textual description as well, as these people have done here. You can see they have written the entire theory why they have done this file and all. So you can give in a similar way, you can say that warning found by checkpatch.pl script. So this looks a good commit message, and we are done. So if you do it git log now, you'll find that your commit is on the top. The commit is on the top now. So now generate a patch. This is the patch which we will be sending. -1 refers to one patch from the top. This is the top commit. We will create patch out of it. See now, the git format patch has created a patch with our commit message. If you open that patch, it says that the commit message and the content which has been done. You can see this, it is almost in an email format, right? Who has created this, the date of creation, the subject, everything is ready. So what we will do is we'll make use of git send email. Git send email is an utility provided by Git. So we'll use that. So you can get that information from my PDF. You can use that to send the patch. Before that, what we shall do is, we don't know whether the patch or our configurations are proper, so just use send email and send it to your personal email ID and verify it, because it it makes sense to send a clear patch to the open source rather than messing up around. So let's send this to myself. Email should be sent. I will give my email address. Just hit enter, send this email. Now it will ask for a password. I will enter the password, and hey, it works. The status OK is received, and I should be getting an email. So if you open my Google account and check, it will be in this format. So your patch subject has been taken from commit message, and the function body which you have created is the message body here. So it works. Now we have created the patch. We don't know whom to send it for, right? So there is a script called get maintainers. If you do it, you will get the maintainers of that particular file. So just give this maintainers of this patch. See this, these many people are maintaining it in the open source. So Greg is there, and these are the lists which it will be sent to, which will be picked from, and many people from Android are maintaining this patch. So these are their roles. What we shall do is we'll strip off the roles and do a dry run. For that there is a command called scripts get maintainer no role stats. So you do get maintainer hyphen no role stats. Cool. So it had stripped off their roles and gave their email address. So we have a patch done with us. We know whom to send it for. Then we know we have done a dry run by sending it to ourselves. Then what is stopping us? Let's go and push our first patch to open source. So what you can do is git send email. There you can go through many options in git send email by running help. You can execute the command directly from this git send email. There is something called git send cc command, which will see this. It will specify a command to execute once per patch, which should generate file cc. It will automatically pick a cc from the patch, and it will append all the maintainers in the patch. So we shall make use of it. Git send email hyphen cc command. What command to run? We already know that this command has to be run. Dot slash oops problem. Let's copy this and perform git send email hyphen cc command equals okay, and we shall cc it to ourselves, because if someone replies we should be able to get it. sandeshkanjanashok@gmail.com and the patch which has to be sent, and let's go and hit enter. Oh, there is a problem because oops, no. Why is it? Oh, it is demanding for this is a command to be executed. It should not be in the parenthesis or in the quotes. Okay, go there. Cool. Oh, format patch. The command didn't execute. Let's debug this. Oops. Okay, the patch has been given. cc command has been known. Oh, cool. Okay, it has to be a single inverted comma, and to whom the emails has been sent. If we know whom to send it for, it will automatically pick. It's not message id. Yep. So as you can see, my cc name along with that all the cc of other have been picked up, and now we will or else you can do the step manually by adding cc to all, but it's cool to use a script, so that I have used that. And send email, yes, and hit your password. Cool. Okay, so let's go. Yep, I have got the cc version, so you can see whom the mail had reached now. So you can go to the location here and check whether your patch can be visible online. Yay! See here, your patch which has been submitted 28 just now, and it's in the new state, and this is the commit message which has been sent. So if I open this, just open this, cool, my patch has been submitted. It's 3:15 UTC. So you can copy this command and shout it to the world that you are an open source committer, you are an open source contributor, and all these commands and everything has been uh, put it in the PDF. You just refer to it, and whenever you find a problem, you can Google it or you can drop me a mail. I'll always be available, and I'll always be ready to help. And that's it, guys. You can congratulate yourself, have some good coffee or a beer. You are an open source contributor now, and thank you.